Previously on the Josh Zodiac podcast.
The main event of Raw, we saw Gunther beat AJ Styles, but with some controversy. Gunther apparently tapped out, but the ref didn't see because it was on the opposite end. And AJ got up, did his thing, and then Gunther low blowed him. Again, the ref didn't see it. It's not a foul if the ref don't see it. And was able to secure the win. Charles, I'll start with you. Did Gunther tap out, or was this all part of a plan to get AJ off his guard and to secure that win?
Let me ask you a question. Did the ref call Gunther tapping out?
He did not.
And he did not tap out.
There you go. See, that's what I'm saying.
It's cut and dry. Did he tap out? Did the bell ring?
Everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the Josh Zodiac podcast, the podcast that has no real agenda and no real script, as far as you know. This is the podcast that is tired of Triple H announcing every other week about a new era in WWE. Blah. The Royal Rumble has come and gone. There is a couple of things that I do want to say before we get into the review of the Rumble. First, I do want to say, make sure that we are subscribing, and following the show, either on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, or on YouTube. YouTube, we're sitting at 54 followers right now. I'd like to get us up to 75 before the end of February. So let's get those numbers up, guys. If you're not following, please do so. It's free. Doesn't cost you nothing. The second thing I want to get off my chest is I'm noticing, and again, we may discuss this later on in the episode, but I used to think that WWE was the one safe haven that didn't have toxic fandom. And what I mean is that I'll use Star Trek as an example with the new show Starfleet Academy coming out. People are saying it's woke, people are saying it's this, people are saying it's that, and they're not even giving it a chance. And there's a lot of negativity on social media, which social media is supposed to be should be a happy place for people to get together with, the same kind of love and respect for different genres. And I'm starting to see that in WWE. Case in point, I have been a fan of wrestling for most of my life, since 1985, 86. And I can appreciate a good heel, somebody who is going to build heat from the crowd to, and further enhance the story they're telling. Right now, that person is Gunther. Gunther is a great heel. He is such a cocky bastard. And I've always said, if you're not booing the bad guy, he's not doing his job. And that's with anything. If, have it be Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar, The Rock at one point, if they're not gaining heat from the crowd and getting hate, they're not doing their job. Doesn't mean I can't like what they're doing. And a lot of the hate that I'm seeing, that I not me personally, but other people that you can't like Gunther, he's a bad guy. I'm like, I can do what I like. I can like who I like. There are people that don't like Becky Lynch, and it is what it is. I've been a fan of Becky since day one, and will be a fan until she decides to retire or whatever it is she decides to do afterwards. But the point I'm trying to make here, people, is that if you have a superstar or a faction or whatever it may be, if you like them, that's cool. If you don't like them, that's fine. But don't berate somebody because they like said character. You know what I mean? And I know with Roman Reigns winning the Rumble, there's a lot of people that are very upset right now, me myself included. But I'm like, you know what? I'm hoping there's a bigger picture down the road. I really do. But I know I'm not the only one that feels that way. There are people that are like just so embracing on the whole Roman Reigns train, and there are people that are like, we don't need another reign of terror from Roman Reigns for another title, especially when he's so much closer to retirement than anything else. So, my point here being is that be a fan of who you like. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You know, if you like Becky Lynch, that's fine. If you like Rhea Ripley, if you like Braun Breaker, whoever the case may be, like them, be a fan of them. There's nothing that says you can't be a fan of said person, but don't let the person behind the keyboard telling you that you're full of shit or you're worthless or whatever the keyboard commandos are saying. Do what you do. Do what makes you happy. I will get off my pedestal now. And now we'll bring to you the review of the Royal Rumble 2026. I will tell you right now, we are not kind to this pay-per-view, or I'm sorry, this premium live event. So again, just make sure you like, subscribe, and follow the podcast, Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcast. And without further ado, here is the review. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Jazz Zodiac podcast. Once again, joined by Mr. Charles, and we have the Psycho back on the regular podcast. It's been a minute. I know he and I are doing the classic pay-per-view review, but he's back. There will be no Miss Nicole today, unfortunately. So it's just us guys. Yeah. Royal Rumble has come and gone almost 24 hours ago since it started. Real quick before we talk about it, Charles, any thoughts about the Rumble before we jump into the meat and potatoes of this thing?
Thoughts were I pretty much caught up on some sleep.
Damn.
We're gonna go in that direction.
Fair enough. Psycho.
You know, the men's Rumble was very fun, very exciting up until the last few seconds.
Fuck, you know what? I can get behind that. But the first thing we're going to talk about is the only title match that we had, and that is between Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn. Now, I can officially say this now, and I thought this when it happened at the Fatal 4-Way at Saturday Night's Main Event. The reason that Sami won the match to go to Saudi Arabia, it's because I don't really have to say it. It's fucking there. It's common knowledge. They gave him a hometown match, or not a hometown, but you know what I mean. And they had to show the stats that he is 3-0 or 4-0 in Saudi Arabia. And I'm thinking, oh crap, this is not looking very good.
Yeah, that worried me a little bit too. But
then they showed Drew McIntyre stats, and he is undefeated against Sami. And I'm like, okay. And that was a much higher number, like 8 or 9, or it was a much higher number.
11-0.
Is what it was. Okay, cool.
Which, by the way, it kind of just ironic. Apparently, there was somebody that had intel knowledge to the storyline, and you saw that poster right there on the stage, 12-0 spoiler. Somebody put a poster of 12-0.
I didn't catch that.
Oh,
I did not see that. I'm glad I didn't. I'm going to say this match was mid at best. You know, Sami's a one-trick pony. You know, he's got the same. It's just the same shit we see over and over again. But who the fuck cares about what I think? Charles, what did you think of this match? What were your takeaways?
My takeaway was yawn and it's over. It was just, again, based on the fact of Saudi Arabia throwing up, millions and millions of dollars and
Yep.
predicting, who they want to see. All right, you got to see your guy. You got to see your boy. Take a couple of pummels or a couple of claymores or whatever the hell it was. It's just okay. Have a nice day. I knew Drew was going to win because, first off, no matter how much money they throw at you, you're not going to go ahead and give Drew the title for a hot second unless it's intentional.
Yeah.
And then just to throw away. No, this is his time now to where he can run the championship. And nobody's taking it away from him for a while.
Nope. I agree with that. Psycho, anything you want to add to that?
It was the weak link of the entire show. I mean, we only had 4 matches, 2 Rumbles, 2 matches, but especially when you compare it to the AJ match in Gunther, it was pretty lackluster. I mean, there's not much else I can really add to it. I kind of tuned out a couple of times. I tried to pay attention, but I just couldn't get into it. But I do love how Drew at the final moments had to not only give him a claymore, but an extra kick to the head just for good measure. It's like, that's right. Make those people cry. Make them cry. That's right. It's like
now, I felt this match was just kind of it was just to give Sammy a fucking pop in Saudi Arabia. That's all it was. It
pretty much.
In retrospect, it didn't. I've been all about the story lately. I don't know why. Maybe it's the fact that I'm in a company that wants to tell a story, and I'm all about the story. I really am. But Drew versus Sammy didn't tell any story. It was just Drew looking weak for a minute and then coming back and winning. That's all it was. I think had Randy Orton won, this is a better story to tell because number one, you've got a guy who's won the championship 14 times, who's trying to go for number 15. And if Drew beats Randy Orton, it helps solidify his title reign in general. He beat a very, very future Hall of Famer for whatever you want to take it. And him beating Sammy is like, okay, he beat Sami Zayn. Who hasn't? Seriously. Everybody except El Grande Burrito Platter. I think he's the only guy who hasn't beat Sammy yet, but I'm sure it's coming.
Give it time. Just give it time.
With that being said, I had everybody on the show send me their picks for the matches, for the 4 matches that we had. And for this particular match, everybody picked Drew to win, except for Miss Nicole. She picked Sammy. She was the lone person. So that being said, everybody is on the board except for Miss Nicole so far, but it's still early. Moving on to arguably the best match of the night, depending on who you like. We had AJ versus Gunther, and it was for AJ's career. There was a couple of little facts that came out prior to this match. One of them being that AJ refiled his patent for the logo, the P1 logo, and for the name, for the phenomenal AJ Styles. And I'm thinking, okay. And then it was revealed that AJ's contract expires in February in WWE, and he's not renewing. And I'm like, okay. It makes more sense to do this at the Rumble. And everything kind of came together. So, but before I give my 2 cents, let's get the Psycho's 3 cents worth. What did you take away from this match?
It was a good match. It was a good way to go out. If it has to be AJ's final match, he goes out with a bang. And also that means we get to continue this thing that Gunther is doing, where now he's known as, what are they calling him now? The career killer. Yep. It's like, okay, so yeah. I like how they're doing that. It's like, all right, this is the 3rd person he's retired in less than 6 months. That's good. It gives him a lot of great momentum, and it keeps him going with that heel turn, because everybody's hating on him right now. And it's just like, it makes me smile, it makes me happy, because it's like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to boo this man. I like Gunther. I think he's really good in the ring. He's a lot more fun, and he's not not an entertainer, more of a match specialist, and I like that kind of thing. So, but
he also chops way too much, though. I will say he chops way too much.
He does. But I've seen that from like other people that work in Japan and whatnot, and they're all about the chops over there. So sometimes he gets all super red and whatnot. You're just like, But then I
Yeah.
also I knew about the whole his contract not being renewed, but now I'm hearing that he potentially might go back to what is it, TNA for a final run, because you notice how when the match was over, he was going to take his gloves off, nope, put them back on and kept them to himself. So it's like, why do you need those for there, bro? What are you up to?
That's a fair point. Charles, anything you want to add to that?
No, not really. Actually, he kind of nailed it all on every scale to the point. Really, it was a good match. I do disagree with the chopping. I think the more chops, and if it goes ahead and gives you blemishes on the body, that's something to look at. It's like, hey, you say it's fucking fake. Oh, guess what?
Yeah,
where do you get these things? Come on now.
That's
So,
solid.
So
you got blood dripping there, guy. That's
exactly.
Come on now.
Exactly, from Ric Flair chops. Come on now, it's nothing like you get Ric Flair chops right across the chest. But Gunther is this heel. He's this structure of a beast. Really, not to impose on Brock Lesnar or anything like that, but he is a modern day beast where it's gonna take a long somebody phenomenal to beat him.
He beat somebody phenomenal.
That phenomenal person was an AJ, and AJ actually went the way of John Cena getting choked out. Cena tapped, but AJ went the way I think Cena should have.
Yeah, I agree.
Fall. Yeah, passing on would have been better. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So, I'm not disappointed at the result. I'm not exactly thrilled to see AJ go, but you know what? In this sort of circumstance, I of course he's going to be appearing on other promotions, whether that be TNA, that'd be New Japan, or AEW. He's got that freedom now.
Yeah, he does. I've been calling Gunther the past couple of weeks Thanos. He just got his third Infinity Stone, put it in there. I'm good to go. 3 more to go, and he's got the full gauntlet.
Well, question is, who do we think he's going to retire next?
Brock Lesnar is next.
I've been
calling it now. I'm calling it right now. It's going to be Brock. We did see Brock at the Rumble. We'll talk about that when we get there. This match, I think it went a little longer than it probably should have, and that's been my thing lately, is that matches are taking way too fucking long. But they put on a great match. There were times I thought AJ was actually going to win this match, and I'm like, oh fuck, is he going to win and go out on top? And then of course Gunther. My only complaint about this Gunther run right now, he couldn't pick a more devastating submission move. I mean, the sleeper is what it is, but he couldn't have picked, like, I don't know, the Steiner recliner, or the like an actual STF, or the crippler crossface, some move that's more the sleeper hold, the sleeper hold.
It's not the move that's devastating. It's how you get down and finish the person. You're talking about they're taking blows to the head. It's put in 3 or 4 times. It's relentless.
Yeah. He's relentless with it. It's true.
Fair enough.
That's what makes it such a great move. It's not the move itself. It's just how dominating he is to never give up on that.
And I'm going to the people that are watching and listening, I want to say something to you, because if you don't like Gunther, he's doing his job. It's that fucking simple. He's the fucking bad guy. I appreciate a good heel. I do. I appreciate a good heel. I may not support the heel sometimes, Seth Rollins, but I can get behind a really good heel that just wants the heat from the crowd. He wants you to hate him. And everything I've been seeing on social media is like, oh, Gunther's an asshole. I'm like, bravo. He's doing his fucking job.
He's making you hate him. That's what it's all about. That's the definition of being a damn heel. But you know what? I'll take it a step further. You know what I really like about Gunther as a heel, or just in general? Or no, as a heel? He doesn't cheat. Everyone always talks about, as a heel, you have to fucking cheat.
No, that's not true.
He never cheats.
That's not true, because
I've had people throw that in my face in the last year. Yeah.
No, hold on. When he had the match with AJ on Raw not too long ago, he did the tap on the opposite end where the ref couldn't see it, so he would get up.
That's not cheating.
But he low blowed him with the ref.
Wow. Okay.
I argue that if the ref didn't see it, it's not cheating. I will argue that to the day I die. I will die on that hill.
So there you go.
but he has cheated once or twice.
Okay, let me rephrase. He doesn't cheat all the time, like
Okay,
Roman
I can
Reigns.
get behind. Ooh, damn.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
deep
a
cut
little,
right
little hit to the head there. Yeah.
Yeah, for you
Does that
Roman
mean-
Reigns fans.
Well, goddamn, man. I don't know how people get behind him. It's like he cheated to win the title. He cheated every single time he defended. Every time I
Yep.
watched the Roman match, he fucking cheated. That's why I stopped watching for as long as I did. So I got sick of
Yeah.
that crap.
People have been calling it the Reign of Terror.
Oh,
But
yeah, whatever.
Reign spelled Reign. So,
I thought that was you
again-
when you went to the bathroom.
Yeah, pretty much. But at Disney though, on the Tower of Terror. I'm going to the Terror of Tower in the bathroom. Charles will appreciate that. He loves Disney. Again, with the picks, everybody picked Gunther except for Miss Nicole. She picked AJ to win this match. And again, there were times I thought AJ was going to win this match. I'm like, fuck, my pick's in jeopardy right now.
Mhm.
But nonetheless, Gunther wins, retires somebody else. And to you people that are saying that AJ is going to go to AEW, you're fucking stupid. Who is AJ's best friend in WWE right now? CM Punk. CM Punk has pretty much a ringside seat to the chaos that is AEW. And not only that,
That doesn't mean though. There's not a couple of wrestlers there he wouldn't mind wrestling.
fair point, but AJ is going to give his flowers to TNA, the company that helped make him. Hell, there for a while he was called Mr. TNA, and I never watched TNA. I'm thinking about going back into the archives and checking it out because I hear great things. But I digress. We will move on to the Women's Royal Rumble. And in a shocking event, the beginning of this match started with people that say that they are not friends. And that is Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss start this match. And I will admit, during this match, it kept buffering. So I could not, I didn't get to see that. That was another issue that I had.
Pain in the ass. Unbelievable pain in the ass.
Yeah, I had to refresh it a couple of times. But we had the usual suspects. We had the big names. We had some of the NXT. Sol Luca looked fucking impressive in this match.
Man, nice impression on her part.
She is a future main roster superstar champion, whatever you want to call her. We definitely, of course, we get Becky comes out, does her thing, and I'm going to talk about Becky because I fucking love Becky.
Well, of course you are, because you're all up on her.
Maxine Dupree comes out. They have their little moment, and then Natty comes out with the dreads, and I'm like, and this version of Natty I've been wanting for a very long time because she just doesn't give a fuck. And if you'll notice, whenever Becky got eliminated, her feet never touched the ground. She landed on her back, and her feet never hit the ground. Becky didn't lose that title.
She eventually got up and
she got up because she was told to leave. But had she scooted just a little bit to the ring and gotten back in, she would have been justified.
Well, that's on her for not thinking of it. You know what I mean? You got to think about these things when you're in the Rumble.
Well, you know, when you're the best and everybody's saying it, including Sports Illustrated, you tend to not have your mind on the game all the time. So justification.
Twat.
Now I honestly thought we were going to get Bianca Belair back and a couple of surprises, and we didn't. The only surprise that we got, and it was a surprise that I did not need to have.
Nope.
Fucking Brie mode shows up, and there was a clue that I didn't catch until the end of the match. Nikki Bella came out, and on the back of her shirt or whatever you want, their Power Ranger outfits they were wearing, which is a whole nother story, by the way. It said 02, and I'm like, well, who the fuck is 01? And then Brie came on to said 01, and I went, oh, you fucking assholes. You left me a fucking breadcrumb and I didn't catch it.
I don't think anybody caught it, dude. Seriously.
No.
As soon as Nikki came out, I was like, oh, right. She's in the company right now. God damn it.
Yeah.
I don't like her at all.
But now that Nikki is back, or not Nikki, Brie is back, I think my worst fear is about to come true. They're going to make a run for those women's tag titles. I see it coming. I don't know why, but I do. Yeah.
That's a major thumbs down, man.
It's going to happen because they think that, oh, we helped revolutionize the women's division. No, bitch, you didn't.
No, you really
that was
didn't.
The 4 horsewomen and Paige. Let's be fucking real here. Paige first. AJ kind of planted the seeds a little bit. Whole nother argument. Liv Morgan eliminates Raquel Rodriguez.
Didn't see it
And
coming.
the look of pain in Raquel's eyes, and then the smile on Liv's face. I'm like, that dirty cunt.
Dirty
Yes,
little bitch, man.
I said
Shit.
it. That dirty little cunt did this and had no remorse. And lo and behold, she ends up fucking winning.
I don't understand this move at all. Like, there's been no indication in recent months that have Liv even trying to go for the title. It looked like Raquel was getting the push, like she was going in that direction. That's why I picked her as she was my initial pick to win the Rumble, and it looked like she could have until that bullshit happened. So I'm more like, what the hell y'all doing? What are you thinking? What the hell? So
yeah, agreed. And again, Raquel is supposed to be getting a push because she's, of course, she's a heel. I think this is the babyface turn we've been waiting for from Raquel, because this is gonna Liv becomes the bad guy, probably gonna break up the Judgment Day, because even Finn Balor is kind of like who the fuck are you, Liv? Now I'm gonna assume, since Charles played the applause on his mixer, that you approve of Liv Morgan being the champion or the winner of the Rumble.
No, I actually approve of the move to dump Raquel. Because, listen, you get down to your final 6, 5, whatever the hell is, there is no more team. Don't know what the hell Raquel was thinking. Like, the shocked face is like, oh my God, you came inside me. I told you not to. Type face. Honest to God.
Jesus Christ.
Here it comes.
Why would you be so shocked to have your Judgment Day teammate look after herself?
That's valid. It's a
Royal Rumble
to have. And this proves another point that if you're in the Rumble, you never turn your back after elimination. You don't gloat. You don't go, fuck, sucks to be you. Oh shit, I'm gone.
That's like the worst mistake you can make in a fucking Rumble.
Rookie. That's a rookie mistake.
That was Obafemi's problem.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll get into that. Now, I know we had all had. I picked Bianca. Psycho picked 2. I said 1. But
I mean, she was Jordan Grace was my backup, because I thought, well, her and Jay Cargill are kind of getting into it right now, so it would be feasible that maybe they would be setting something up at WrestleMania, even though Jordan just came to the main roster. But fair. God forbid you try something different instead of letting the same fucking people win the Rumble. But what was I thinking? So
Charles picked Rhea, which I'm glad that didn't happen. Sorry, I'm so done with Rhea and the title hunt right now. I really am. And then Miss Nicole picked Bianca. So, and there's a lot of people that are like, where the fuck's Bianca? It's just a fucking finger injury. I mean, where the fuck? Is she pulling a Kawhi Leonard right now? Those that know.
I just don't get it. She's been out almost a year now, right? Like after WrestleMania. Yep. So it's like, what the fuck? What is she okay? Is she okay? Did she get pregnant along the way? We just don't know. Like, what happened? So I don't know.
Now, I want to ask this question before we move on to the men's Rumble. I'm going to throw a name out there, and I want to know if you agree, especially after watching Unreal. If you haven't watched Unreal yet, watch it, because it's actually pretty good. Now, yeah, that's a whole other argument. The name that I'm going to throw out there, which I thought about putting as my pick to win, but I forgot who she was and fucking brain farted and just put Bianca as a safe bet. Chelsea Green.
Really?
I'm sorry. She just dropped the U.S. title not too long ago, and I think she's getting ready for a big push.
You think so?
But after what Michael P.S. Hayes said, he was on Unreal, was like, oh, she's a mid-carder at best. I'm like, motherfucker.
Oh, I heard about this.
I'm like, motherfucker, you were a mid-carder at best. Let's be fucking real here. I'm sorry. The Von Erichs made him famous. Let's be 100% accurate on that one. Would you be Charles? Would you be okay if Chelsea won the Rumble? Would you bitch and moan about it, or would you be okay with it?
No, I wouldn't be okay with it.
You wouldn't be okay with it.
I actually agree. I think she's a mid-carder right now. She does not play. She does not play a serious role. She is. She's too. She's too solo. She's too like ha ha ha. This is me, and bitching and complaining and moaning all the time. I don't think that deserves anywhere in the main event status. I think you need to go ahead and pull your weight, and you need to do some shit, and not have your minions do it for you unless Paul Heyman's in there.
I just got a text from Roman Reigns. He said, "Stay in your lane," because Roman Reigns did the same fucking thing. So, what about you, Psycho? Would you agree, disagree on that?
I would at least give in credit in the long run that they tried to give the win to somebody else for a change.
Yeah.
I would have been more like, what the fuck? That would have been my reaction. Like, why are we doing this? But I think after I let it swim around my head a little bit, I would have been like, hey, at least it's somebody different for a change. Okay, I'll give you credit on that. But I don't know. I don't know if she's ready for a main event status right now. I don't know.
There were so many people that would be more deserving of main event. Alexa Bliss would have been more deserving.
See, but here's my take on it too. If you gave Yeet Boy Jey Uso a fucking shot and he fumbled it, why not give it to a female that's over with the crowd? That seems to be the only justification for a title run these days in WWE is they're over with the crowd. Give them a shot.
Right, yeah.
I'm getting sick and tired of that. By the way,
ask LA Knight how many times he's gotten.
You know what? And we will get that.
Shit.
Yeah. We will get to that here momentarily, since segue into the men's rumble. Oh my God. Such an abomination.
Dude, can we at least agree that the first opening moments of the rumble was fucking nuts?
No, I'm gonna bring that up because our first number one is Oba Femi. I don't know shit except for what I've seen on the couple times he's been on SmackDown and on the match with Cody. That's something that made event. So he comes out. He does this thing, and I'm like, dude, I can get behind this guy. This dude's a fucking powerhouse. This dude's huge. Braun Breaker comes out with Paul Heyman, and I'm like, okay, people were predicting Braun was going to win. Like, okay, cool. I could see that. I didn't pick Braun to win, but I could see it happening. And then a masked man in a hood. This dude shows up and attacks Braun. And just fucking throws him in the ring. They ring the bell. Obi throws him out almost immediately. Wow.
And then he gets a curb stomp on the outside for his trouble.
Yes.
So, okay.
Before we talk more about the Rumble, Charles, who do you think the masked man is?
Kind of gonna want to go with Seth Rollins, but
that's too obvious, I think.
I agree.
It is obvious. You're right. But I mean, this is going against the vision to a person. Keep in mind, Braun Breaker was the one that speared Seth Rollins.
Yep.
So it's maybe too obvious, but I think it might also be the truth.
I think it's more devious than that.
Who are you thinking?
I think it was Austin Theory, and I think Austin Theory did it under command from Seth Rollins. I think he's a mole.
That's my thought. I've been saying Austin Theory is a mole since the fucking beginning. But my theory, no pun intended here. My theory on who this is an even deeper cut. Because if you watch the pre-show, Paul Heyman confronted Adam Pearce because he knew Braun was number 2. Paul Heyman went out with Braun Breaker. The man behind the mask. Because he's probably already out the door anyway. We're going to be seeing the last of Adam Pearce as just GM here pretty soon anyway. They've already planted the seeds for that. Adam Pearce was the masked man as a way to fuck.
See, that's another theory. I was like, would that be a possibility? Like, would he actually go there?
Yeah, I think you would.
Like, that would be nuts if
he
did.
He technically can't put his hands on, and he went ahead. So, I kind of go ahead and. There is some there is some crackers in that soup right there.
Yep.
On you.
But I'm liking this because it's setting up a nice little mystery. This is going to go on for probably a little while, and I'm liking this. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, agreed. Didn't we saw Javon Evans go out for a minute? Rusev was in and out fairly quickly, which is disappointing because doesn't deserve that kind of treatment.
No, he hasn't even been on TV lately. I was surprised to see him there. I forgot he was even there.
And then a favorite of the show comes out. El Grande Americano comes out, and cool. But then the original El Grande Burrito Platter comes out, and I'm like, dude, that's Chad fucking Gable, because you could see the beard.
Mm-hmm. And the long hair, it looked like. And
they played the original song. And I'm like, dude, fuck. Are we going to get a feud between the two Americanos? Because is this a WrestleMania match waiting to happen? Because I am all aboard that right now.
Yeah, totally on board with it. That would be hilarious.
Fuck this.
It's like
please don't. Please
it's
don't.
It's like the Sin Cara thing from years ago all over again. Seriously.
Fucking one burrito gives me diarrhea. I don't need to go ahead and get two.
We did get a newcomer, Royce Keys, originally called Powerhouse. I think he's from AEW.
Yeah.
We did have Austin Theory and Bronson Reed come out around the same time. And then he comes out. Dun, 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 dun. Fucking Brock Lesnar. And I'm like, okay. I knew he was going to be there because he'd announced it on that little shit-ass show Pat McAfee thing that he does. But whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like Pat McAfee. I'm sorry.
I'm glad he's not there anymore. I'm good riddance, in my opinion.
Supposedly he's coming back for commentary again.
I sure as fuck hope not. I don't like him on commentary.
Hopefully it's just on WrestleMania, so I can just mute. Okay, cool. I can mute. Or is there a volume lower than mute on this fucking TV?
Is there such a thing as selective mutism? Just mute him, but hear everybody else. You know what I mean?
Jey Uso comes out from the crowd and he does his little runs it back a second time. Roman comes out, he wants to run to the third, and Roman hits him, and I'm like, wow, this is the only time I'm ever going to applaud Roman Reigns. He did something I wanted him to do.
He did what everybody else wanted to do from the whole get-go.
And then number 30, Gunther, and I'm like, oh fuck, are they going to give him a title run? Like,
I forgot he was going to be in the match. I totally forgot about it.
Well, they didn't really announce that he was going to be in the match.
Actually, I feel like I remember them saying it.
They did. During his match with Sammy, during his match with AJ, excuse me, they did mention that he's going to be in the Rumble match.
Oh, damn!
But that would may have been one of the times I was like, sleeping through. I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. We get the final four, which was that's not it. Roman, Gunther, Randy, and Logan Paul. And I remember people are like, what the fuck, Logan Paul? I'm like, dude, he's been in the final four the last 2-3 years. Say what you want about Logan Paul. He is a douchebag. He is an asshole, but he is a God-gifted talent in the ring. And I can respect that, I can respect talent when I see it, and he's a great. I don't like him as a person, but as a wrestler, he's top notch.
He brings it every single fucking time. Every time he's in the ring, he brings it, and I give him all the credit in the world for it.
Now, Triple H, you crafty bastard, you gave us a little hint of something like we got last year, because last year the final two were Cena and Ray. I'm not Ray.
Jay.
Yay, thank you. I don't know why I was thinking Ray Skywalker for fucking. I do not know why, but her name popped in my head.
Well, she's fucking sexy. Who can blame you?
Oh, well, anyway. And I'm thinking, okay, cool. John Cena wins. There's no fucking way Jey Uso is gonna lose this or win this match. Mm-hmm. John Cena loses. So I'm thinking, okay, cool. Forgetting the past, it's Gunther versus Roman. I'm like, oh God, no! Don't give me Roman. Anybody but Roman.
Yep, I was.
What do they do? They give us fucking Roman. And I legit was pissed. I will say this on the picks. I had picked LA Knight. Psycho had picked Finn Balor, which wasn't even in the Rumble, and I was hoping he'd find a way in.
I was hoping too. That's why I picked it.
Charles had picked Braun Breaker, and that dream got squashed pretty fucking quick. But But Miss Nicole, she is the only one that picked Roman Reigns to win that match.
She was the lottery winner.
She was, and I will say this: even if I had, I never would have picked Roman because just why?
No. Nope.
That being said, I was not going to include the Rumble matches on this on the standings, but since she got one right, I'm gonna have to because it's not fair to not include it.
Well, of course.
Yeah, it's gonna suck forever her to have an offer in the whole thing. So
well, that's a valid point. But before I give the stats on our rankings here, takeaway, Charles, your takeaway from this men's Rumble match.
all the possibilities that could have happened.
Yep.
Do we really need fucking Mr. Iguana in there?
You can't deny it was hilarious. You can't deny it was fucking funny as hell, though.
I would have rather had motherfucking Jericho in there instead of Mr. fucking Lizard.
Okay, I was really hoping Jericho would come back. That's fair.
I was too, actually.
Somebody, Big Show, come on over. Jericho, somebody. There was zero surprises in the men's Rumble.
Yep.
Zero, none.
True.
This whole big talk about Jericho coming back and signing. He's signed already. He's going to appear in the Rumble. It's like big fucking fart in the wind and that nasty ass Saudi Arabian air.
Up and disappeared like a fart in the wind. Sorry, couldn't help it. I couldn't help it.
Fair enough.
Psycho, anything you want to say about the Rumble?
You know what? You can say what you will about the ending or even Mr. Iguana, but it was fun. It was fast paced. It was a lot of fun. It was going all over the place. It was a mile a minute. And the fact that Drew McIntyre is the one that eliminated Cody, damn, he wasn't even in the fucking match and he knocked his ass out. Yeah, because I was putting down the results the whole entire time just in case, and I was like, seriously, what the fuck, Drew? Can't you just leave it alone?
No,
you asshole.
And I don't blame you. I don't blame Cody.
But Drew, I love it. I love it. I love him as a heel right now. It's like, fuck it. Embrace that shit.
My take is this. We already had 4 years of Roman's horrible reign where he defended it like once every 6 months.
Yeah, pretty much.
And WWE has this fucking bad habit of putting over part-time talent. Looking at you, Brock. Looking at you, Rock. Looking at both of y'all. Why? Him and Cody are here pretty soon and going to be taking time off anyway because they're promoting Street Fighter. I've been saying this since I found out about this. They're both in the movie. Cody's playing Guile. Roman Reigns is playing Akuma. Don't know why.
Oh, what the fuck? That's legit? I thought that was a joke, dude.
No, it's real. It's 100% real.
Okay, and you know what else I have a problem with Roman? The son of a bitch didn't even have the decency to show up on live television to promote himself in the fucking Rumble. That is horse shit, in my opinion. I am sorry, but that is dog shit.
Yep. Everybody else can do it, but not him. I'm sorry. I will be happy when I hope Gunther retires Roman and makes his little bitch ass tap out because I'm fucking over Roman. Mm-hmm. And I know there are people out there that love Roman Reigns. I want you to know right now, you are fucking wrong. He is more poisonous to the company than Hulk Hogan ever was. And that is I know that's a bold statement, but it's a fact.
For me, it's to each their own, but I cannot get behind it at all. Not even for a millisecond.
That being said, with the rankings, starting from the bottom, Miss Nicole went 1-3. She got one of the Rumbles right, which she hit the jackpot. You know, she got getting a Rumble right is you got to get 30 people. So out of 30 people, she hit the jackpot. Fortunately, there's a 3-way tie for first place. All three of us on the screen right now went 2-2. We got the matches right, but we got the Rumble wrong. So there is currently a 3-way tie for first place. So there's nowhere to go but down at this point.
Did you say 3-way? Sorry.
I got some popsicles in the basement.
That was the desired result there. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Now, I wasn't going to do this, but I do want to ask letter grade for the show overall. I'm going to go away from the 1 through 5 stars per match because it doesn't matter. I want to know what the overall rating that you gave the show was. And I'm going to start with Sir Charles. I'm calling him Sir Charles now. I don't know why the name Sir Charles pops in my head every time I want to say his name.
Sir Charles, give us your opinion, please.
Sir Charles, your letter grade of the Royal Rumble 2026, sir.
C minus.
Damn, C minus.
The Rumbles, which had good action. Don't get me wrong. Whenever time you go ahead and get 3 or plus and more wrestlers in there, there's going to be some high flying action. There's going to be some interest. There's going to be some intrigue. The Sami Zayn, Drew McIntyre debacle is just as a debacle. The AJ Styles match, I'll give it some props and all that. It lasted 24 minutes, 53 seconds, which was 4 minutes and 53 seconds past an AEW 20-minute stipulation match. Stupid fucking rule. But anyway, C minus. I just think the Rumble's just all the hype that came up with it.
Yeah,
it left with a big fat stinker. So the couple of matches were a lot better than the Rumbles.
Oh, fair enough. Mr. Psycho, what would you rate this particular show?
Only a tad bit more generous. I'm thinking a C plus. I mean, the female Rumble wasn't terrible, but it was nowhere near as exciting as the men's Rumble, which is unfortunate because I really enjoy a lot of what the women bring to the table nowadays versus the men half the time. It is what it is. The Sami Zayn match didn't do it for me. It was kind of boring. The Gunther AJ was primo, definitely the match of the night. Yeah. Well, for me, it's a kind of a toss-up between that and the male Rumble because there was a lot of action, a lot of fun to be had, but the ending drops it down a full fucking grade because fuck Roman Reigns. I am sorry. And this is my opinion, if you like Roman Reigns, that's your prerogative. But I fucking hate him. I hated him back then. I hated him when Vince McMahon was cramming that dude down our throats for so many years.
A decade
ago.
How
many Royal Rumbles, how many WrestleManias did people boo this son of a bitch out of the building, and yet you kept cramming him down our throats? That's why I don't like him, amongst other reasons. I have my reasons for it. But the bottom line is, I will not watch his match at WrestleMania. I don't care who he's fighting against. I didn't watch Rock versus Cena 1 or 2. To this day, I've never seen those matches, bro. Never seen them. Yeah, I probably will because I got over that shit years ago, but I just never gotten around to it. But I don't give a shit, flat out. So C plus for the Rumble. It could have been a little bit better, and you could have given it to anybody but Roman. Anybody. So rant over.
I will say when Roman had his match with Triple H in Dallas at WrestleMania 32, I was in the rafters watching. Mm-hmm. I'm not watching, so I started walking down to the floor level. And by the time I got to the floor level, because it's a big fucking stadium, by the time I got down there, the match was over. So, yeah, I endured pain and endurance to skip that fucking match. That being said, I'm going to be very harsh because that end of that match was horrible. And I'm giving it an F.
Damn, dude.
We were promised surprises. We got one. We got one surprise, and it was fucking Brie Bella of all fucking people.
Mm.
People that should have won the Rumble were not even the final 4. And I'm talking LA Knight. I'm talking, people that should have been more. Yeah, I'm giving it a fucking F. It failed. It's horrible. The only match that is a saving grace for me not giving it a 0 is the Gunther AJ match, which told
isn't kind of F really where you go from how lower can you go from an F?
0.
0. That's not a letter grade.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm going to stand. I will die on this hill. This is arguably one of the worst Rumbles. I had to watch the WrestleMania or the Rumble 2000, and that one was horrible. This one is worse. And I watched that recently for a different podcast and had to talk about it. So,
the 2000 Rumble. Nice.
And I picked that one thinking, oh, it'll be great. Attitude Era. Nope.
If you were going to pick an Attitude Era Rumble, you should have picked 2001, the hardcore Rumble. That was the best of the Attitude Era, in my opinion.
So, yep, I am giving it an F. Horrible, failed. And then the fact that the crowd, when Triple H was doing his press conference with the crowd, they're chanting, "You fucked up, AEW," and the icing on the cake, "We want Vince," which convinces me that Saudi Arabia has their hands in the cookie jar determining who wins these matches, not creative. And if you've seen Unreal, the most recent season of Unreal, and they show the creative team, they're fucking horrible. They're horrible. I can see why they're using AI now, because their creative team is shit. And I love wrestling. I love it to my core, but you're testing. Triple H is Kathleen Kennedy right now, and he needs to go away.
Ooh, damn, dude.
I hope this makes the short.
You know what? I think it should at this point. God damn, that's harsh. Holy shit. But she is stepping down too, so take that for what it is.
So yeah. So maybe we'll get somebody else. I don't know. But on that low note, so to speak, we will end the review of the Royal Rumble 2026. Before we end the review, actually, Charles, any last minute ideas? Anything you want to add?
No, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and still trying to get my life turned around. So everything's still as it is.
Life is a roller coaster, man. Ups and downs, ups and downs.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Psycho, anything you want to add to this?
When you say that they're testing your patience, I'm kind of on the same boat right now, and I am one or two more excessively pissed off moments away from just saying, you know what, I don't need this aggravation in my life anymore. I'm just going to walk away from wrestling if this continues, and I'll just focus on my movie reviews and video game reviews, because quite frankly, that's what makes me happy. And wrestling, it can make me happy, but it's starting to piss me off a little bit, just a little bit.
And what's funny is, as a content creator, I have to watch this shit to put out content. I made the comment about that on the other podcast that I do. I'm like, as a content creator, it's hard. The product, it was great when Triple H first took over. Like, oh my God, it's going to be great. And then it slowly started dipping. And it's making it the fact that I'm watching SmackDown versus Raw should tell you everything you want to know.
SmackDown really hasn't been that bad of a show lately, especially with
a better show the past couple of weeks.
Now, a lot of it has to do, for me, Dragunov and what the hell's his name? Who's got the U.S. Championship
Carmelo
right now?
Hayes.
Thank you, dude. Carmelo is killing it right now, like for real.
I'm just curious what's going to happen on Raw tomorrow night, because this is recorded on Sunday, so it'll drop on Monday morning. I'm just curious what's going to happen on Raw the next night. But either way, we can digress. This will conclude this review of what is and what was the Rumble 2026.
What is, what was, the best it ever will be.
Yeah. Psycho, promote your shit.
All right. You can feel free to find the Psycho Nerd currently on YouTube. That'll be changing down the road. But for right now, you can go to YouTube. You can also find my podcast on my YouTube channel, Repeat Movie Viewer. I've been dropping some. Whatever you do on your fucking on your downtime, sir, that's fine. Don't share it with the rest of us. We don't want to know.
Oh, Sky.
Yeah, I know. But no, there's been some new movie reviews as of late. I got a new podcast I'm editing, and a few other videos will be hitting the channel later this week, so keep an eye out for that. So yeah, there's been some new content on my channel as of late, so check it out.
Charles, promote your shit.
Old content on YouTube and on Facebook Live. Actually, just Facebook, not Facebook Live. But on Facebook, The Charles Richardson Show. Go ahead and search that term on Facebook and YouTube. Subscribe, like, share, care.
Couldn't say any better myself. And again, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow to their shows as well as mine. Links will be in the description down below. Just make sure when you're listening to this podcast, you search up the Jazz Zodiac podcast on Google. You'll find us on Apple Podcasts, as well as Spotify and YouTube for the video for these lovely faces you see here today. If you prefer faces for radio, then Spotify is the place to go. But for the Psycho Nerd and for Sir Charles, I am the Jazz Zodiac. This has been the Jazz Zodiac podcast. We keep it real here. We don't hold back. We give it 100% how we feel. And if you don't like our opinion, you don't have to listen. It's that fucking simple.
Don't be like that.
That being said, it's a weird world we live in now. I think we need a little more and more truth in our lives these days.
I agree.
But for that, this has been the Jazz Zodiac podcast. And remember, kids, in the world of Superman, be the Green Lantern. We'll see you next time.